Imagine standing at the edge of your dreams with nothing more than a single dollar and an idea so simple it almost feels laughable. Most people would dismiss it. They'd think, what difference can a single dollar really make? But history has shown us that sometimes the most unassuming ideas can turn into life-changing fortunes. Today, we're diving into the story of how $1 paired with creativity and persistence became the seed of $1 million empire. This isn't just about money. It's about the power of vision, timing, and execution. Many people think that millionaires are created by luck, inheritance, or massive investments. But what if I told you that one of the most viral and profitable success stories began with something that cost just $1? The beginning of the dollar dream. The story starts with an entrepreneur named Alex Tu. Back in 2005, Alex was a 21-year-old student in England, about to start university. Like most students, he faced the looming nightmare of tuition fees, living costs, and the prospect of drowning in debt before even stepping into adulthood. But Alex didn't want that life. He wanted freedom. One night, while brainstorming ways to make money, he grabbed a notepad and wrote 3 words at the top: make money online. Underneath, he doodled, scribbled, and crossed things out. Finally, a light bulb moment hit him. What if he sold space on a website? Not whole banners, not large advertising slots, just pixels, tiny digital real estate, and he'd sell them for just $1 each. The $1 million homepage. Alex's idea became the $1 million homepage. He created a simple website with a blank grid of 1 million pixels arranged in a 1,000 by 1,000 square. Each pixel was for sale at $1, but customers had to buy them in blocks of 10 by 10. For $100, you could secure a tiny colored square on his site, which could then link back to your business or personal page. It sounded ridiculous at first. Why would anyone pay real money for a piece of digital space that didn't actually do anything? But that was exactly the brilliance of it. It was unique, quirky, and the kind of idea that sparked curiosity. The novelty alone made people want to be part of it. The first sale. Convincing people wasn't easy at the start. Alex had no investors, no marketing team, and no guarantee of success, but he did have persistence. He launched the site in August 2005 and told his family and friends. A few of them bought pixel blocks just to support him. That tiny momentum was enough to get the ball rolling. Soon, blogs and online forums began to notice this unusual concept. It was viral marketing before going viral even had a name. People loved the creativity and absurdity of paying for pixels. It wasn't just advertising, it was art, internet culture, and status all in one. Going viral. As word spread, sales skyrocketed. Businesses realized that being part of the $1 million homepage wasn't just about clicks. It was about bragging rights. Owning a piece of this site became a badge of honor. Everyone from small startups to big corporations wanted a piece of digital history. By the end of the first month, Alex had sold over 200,000 pixels, meaning $200,000 in revenue. And he wasn't stopping there. The media picked up the story. Newspapers, radio stations, and television networks wanted to interview the young student who had turned a $1 idea into a viral goldmine. The final auction. As the site approached selling out, demand only increased. People who had laughed at the concept suddenly wanted in. By January 2006, almost all of the 1 million pixels had been sold. For the final 1,000 pixels, Alex decided to hold an eBay auction. That single auction earned him over $38,000, just for the last tiny block of space. When the dust settled, Alex Tu had officially made $1,037,100 in revenue from his $1 pixel idea. He had paid off his student loans before they even existed and stepped into the history books as the man who turned internet creativity into a fortune. Why it worked. At its core, the $1 million homepage succeeded because of 3 key principles. First, novelty. It was something no one had seen before, and people loved being part of the first of anything. Second, community. Every buyer became part of a shared project. When you bought pixels, you weren't just advertising, you were joining a piece of internet history. Third, scarcity. With only 1 million pixels available, the clock was ticking. The fear of missing out drove people to buy quickly before the space ran out. The aftermath. Now you might be wondering, what happened to Alex Tu after his $1 million success? Surprisingly, he didn't stop there. He reinvested his creativity into new ventures. Some ideas failed, like a meditation site that never quite took off, but others thrived. In 2012, Alex launched Calm, a meditation and wellness app. At first, it was slow to gain traction, but over the years, it grew into one of the world's leading mindfulness platforms. Today, Calm is valued at over $1 billion and is used by millions of people worldwide. It's poetic, really. The man who started with a chaotic pixel grid went on to build one of the most calming apps on the planet. Lessons from the $1 idea. The $1 million homepage teaches us valuable lessons about creativity, business, and risk-taking. First, don't underestimate simple ideas. Complexity isn't always the key to success. Sometimes the most stripped-down basic concepts are the ones that resonate the most. Second, timing is everything. Alex launched his idea during the early days of the internet, when people were curious, experimental, and excited about digital culture. Third, execution matters more than inspiration. Millions of people have ideas every day, but few act on them. Alex didn't just dream. He built the site, launched it, and promoted it relentlessly. That made all the difference. Other $1 million stories. Alex's story isn't the only time a $1 idea has made someone rich. There are countless other examples where simplicity sparked success. Take the pet rock craze of the 1970s. An advertising executive named Gary Dahl packaged smooth stones in boxes with straw and air holes, selling them as low-maintenance pets. Each one cost just a few dollars, but in 6 months, over 1 million pet rocks were sold, making Dahl a millionaire. Or consider Dollar Shave Club. The company disrupted the razor industry by selling blades for just $1 per month. Their viral video marketing campaign turned them into a household name, and a few years later, Unilever bought the company for a staggering $1 billion. These stories prove that the magic isn't in the size of the idea. It's in how it's delivered to the world, the human side. It's easy to look at Alex Tu's $1 million pixel site and think it was all about money. But at its core, it was about human psychology. People crave belonging. They love novelty, and they want to be remembered. The $1 million homepage gave them all three. Think about it. If you bought pixels back then, your tiny piece of space is still online today. It's digital immortality. That small decision made you part of a story people are still telling 2 decades later. It's priceless. Can you repeat this today? Now the big question, could someone pull this off today? The internet has changed dramatically. People are bombarded with ads, memes, and content at lightning speed. The novelty factor is harder to achieve, but that doesn't mean opportunities are gone. Today, platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram have created new spaces where quirky, bold, and original ideas can explode overnight. The $1 million homepage was the TikTok trend of its time. Different, funny, and shareable. If you can find that sweet spot of novelty, community, and scarcity, there's still room for $1 million ideas. It may not be pixels, but it could be NFTs, viral challenges, or new digital experiences that nobody's seen before. The takeaway. So what can you learn from the $1 idea that made Alex Tu a millionaire? That your next big break might not come from something complicated. It might come from something so simple that others dismiss it as silly. The truth is, fortune often favors the bold, not the brilliant. The people who win are the ones who act when others laugh, who try when others hesitate, and who keep going when others give up. At the end of the day, the $1 million homepage wasn't just a quirky internet stunt, it was a symbol of possibility. It showed that the barriers to success are not always money, connections, or luck. Sometimes all it takes is a pen, a piece of paper, and the courage to follow through on a crazy idea. So, the next time you doubt yourself, remember Alex Tu's $1 idea. Remember the pet rock. Remember Dollar Shave Club. Each of these stories started small, but they grew into legends. Your $1 million idea might be waiting right now, scribbled in a notebook, tucked in your mind, or floating by in a casual conversation. The question is, will you act on it?